Ben Shephard has always been the kind of presenter who could brighten an entire morning just by walking onto a set. His energy, his charm, his quick jokes that made guests laugh even when they were trying not to, Ben wasn't just a television personality. He was a daily dose of sunshine for millions of viewers. Everywhere he went, he seemed unstoppable, the kind of person who could hold the whole room together just with his presence. But the world behind the cameras isn't always as bright as the studio lights. And recently, Ben and his wife Annie found themselves thrust into a chapter that neither of them could have ever prepared for. A chapter filled with fear, vulnerability, and the kind of love that reveals what a partnership truly means. It all began suddenly. One moment, Ben was filming, greeting viewers with that familiar sparkle in his eyes. The next, his family was facing an unexpected health crisis that shook their world. Doctors urged him to step away immediately, leaving colleagues stunned and fans confused about his sudden disappearance from television. For Ben, the immediate change was disorienting. But for Annie, it felt like the ground had been pulled from beneath her feet. Annie Shephard was known, quietly but firmly, for her independence, her work ethic, and her resilience. She built her own accomplishments, her own identity, without ever needing the spotlight. And she supported Ben's demanding career from behind the scenes with unwavering loyalty. But the moment she heard the words about Ben's condition, everything else became background noise. She didn't hesitate. She didn't request time to think. She stepped away from her career entirely, shocking even those closest to her. Projects paused, commitments canceled, goals postponed. She chose to become Ben's full-time support system, and she didn't look back. Friends said her strength was both beautiful and heartbreaking. She made the sacrifice with love, but that didn't make the emotional weight any lighter. She tried to stay calm, organized, composed. But late at night, when the house was quiet, she sometimes broke down, overwhelmed by worry about what the next day might bring. Still, every morning she woke up and stood by Ben's side, and every morning Ben felt grateful for the one person who could keep him grounded when everything around him felt uncertain. At home, their world changed. The cheerful noise, the laughter, the chaos of a family always on the move, suddenly everything slowed down. And even though fans noticed Ben's absence and worried, almost no one understood what was happening behind their front door. Annie became the steady force in a storm no one saw coming. She managed schedules, supported Ben through recovery days, kept the household running, and protected their children from anxiety. She carried the weight of the family with a determination that amazed everyone who saw her. Ben, known for being upbeat even under pressure, had moments where reality hit him hard, moments where he questioned how everything had changed so quickly, moments where the quiet of the house felt heavier than usual. But Annie was always there, steady, encouraging, warm, and sometimes funny in ways that even the toughest days made a little easier. When Ben felt discouraged, Annie joked that she was now officially his annoyingly persistent wellness coach, and he absolutely wasn't allowed to give up because she had already bought matching water bottles and wasn't returning them. Their humor became a lifeline. Even in difficult times, they teased each other, rolled their eyes, laughed at things only they understood. Their bond wasn't just surviving, it was evolving, deepening, becoming something even stronger than before. As news began spreading online that Ben was facing health challenges, fans rallied around the couple. Social media filled with messages of support, admiration, and encouragement. Many called Annie's devotion inspiring. Others shared their own stories of caring for loved ones, saying that Annie showed the world what real strength looks like. Colleagues described her as a pillar, loyal, dedicated, and the heart of the Shephard household in a way the public rarely saw. And in the middle of all this, Ben realized something deeply emotional. Annie's sacrifice wasn't just about care. It was an expression of love so profound that it changed him. He felt determined not just to recover, but to honor everything she gave up to help him stand again. Slowly, Ben began regaining strength. Each little improvement became a celebration. If he managed even a small milestone, Annie reacted like he had just won a marathon. She joked, "See, told you I'm the better coach," and Ben would laugh, even on days he barely had energy. The emotional journey wasn't easy. There were still moments of fear. There were still challenges ahead, but the way they handled everything, together, became a symbol of resilience and unity. For the first time in a long time, life in the Shephard home slowed enough for them to appreciate the tiny things. Sitting outside in the morning with tea, watching old shows they hadn't seen in years, telling stories, laughing about the early days of their marriage, celebrating the kind of quiet moments they used to rush past. Every day, in small ways, they rediscovered each other. Their marriage, always strong, reached a depth neither expected. Their conversations became more heartfelt. Their humor became even sweeter. Their appreciation for life and for each other grew brighter. People who visited the couple said they could feel the change. They saw the softness in how Ben looked at Annie and the protective warmth in the way she supported him. They saw a couple who had turned fear into closeness, adversity into unity, and uncertainty into a reminder of what truly matters. Today, Ben continues to recover with cautious optimism. Doctors are monitoring him. Annie remains his unwavering supporter. And the couple, instead of rushing back into the spotlight, are choosing quiet healing over pressure, family over schedules, and strength over fear. Fans continue sending love and prayers, holding on to hope that Ben will return healthier, happier, and stronger than before. But they also celebrate Annie, her resilience, her love, her humor, and the incredible way she has stood by her family. Because in the end, this isn't just a story about illness, or sacrifice, or fear. It's a story about devotion, about partnership, about a love that doesn't fade when life becomes difficult, but instead becomes more powerful, more tender, and more meaningful. Ben and Annie Shephard are still walking forward, carefully, quietly, hand in hand. Their journey isn't over, but their determination is unshakable. They are choosing healing, choosing hope, and choosing each other every single day. And the world is watching with admiration, inspired by a couple who proved that love, real love, isn't just in the celebrations. It's in the sacrifices, the laughter during hardship, the gentle moments, the courage to keep going. Their story is a reminder that even in the most frightening moments, light can be found, strength can grow, and love, steadfast, supportive, beautiful human love, can carry two people through anything.